A high BAC DWI charge is fundamentally different than other types of DWI charges. Quite simply, the stakes are higher. At a BAC of 0.15 or above, there is a mandatory 5 days of jail time that cannot be suspended by a judge. At a BAC of greater than 0.20, there is a mandatory 10 days of jail time. Additionally, many judges will not grant restricted driver's licenses in high BAC cases until the defendant has completed an evaluation by the Virginia Alcohol Safety Action Program. This evaluation process can take 4 to 6 months and prevent the defendant from driving at all for a significant period of time. Successful defense of a high BAC case requires an in-depth analysis of both the facts and circumstances of the case, as well as my client's needs and goals. Depending upon the facts and my client's expectations, I can craft a strategy that is both attainable and acceptable. With high BAC cases, all facts matter. The stop and arrest of the defendant are important in all DWI cases, and equally so in a high BAC case. However, in a high BAC case, the facts concerning the calibration of the breath machine or the circumstances surrounding the blood draw become of magnified importance. Did the breath test operator check the defendant's mouth for foreign objects such as braces or dentures? Did the blood analysis look specifically for ethanol, or did the analysis include propanol or other alcohols? I will frequently obtain an independent analysis of a blood sample in order to fight the government's analysis. Sometimes I will utilize an expert witness in order to confront the government's alcohol analysis. My first goal is always to try to have the charges against my client dismissed. I am always ready and willing to take a case to trial in order to vindicate my client's rights. However, in many high BAC cases, the threat of mandatory jail could be an unwarranted risk. Accordingly, I take a more measured approach, one that looks to the facts of the case, a very detailed legal analysis, and my client's personal circumstances in order to develop a defense plan that has a high likelihood of achieving my client's goals. Gross & Romanick is a detail-oriented law firm with a focus on results. A high BAC charge is the very definition of a high-stakes misdemeanor. Conviction guarantees jail time. If you find yourself charged with a high BAC DWI, you need an attorney that is focused on achieving the best possible results under the circumstances. And you should visit our website at www.gross.com or call us at 703-273-1400.